Hi, I'm Annie. I'm the Director of Vision Therapy here at CVD. And what I think makes us visionaries is that we see potential in people. So I wanted to tell you about one really amazing patient success story from this year. He is a 13-year-old boy in middle school, and he came to us because he has esotropia, which is an eye turn inwards, and he's having a lot of trouble with school. He's seeing double vision all the time. He really likes sports, but just had no depth perception, and just really wanted to kind of change a lot of the struggle that he was experiencing. Really a lot of struggle with homework, always a struggle to get assignments turned in. And so after vision therapy, he's still in it, but with 10 months of vision therapy, we've seen a huge change in just his posture. He used to come in just kind of shrunken in, not making eye contact with people. And now he comes in with just so much confidence, shoulders held high, head held high, and just takes on sessions, knows he can do hard things. His eye turn is getting so much better. He actually can take his glasses off without seeing the eye turn. And that was a big goal of his. And then is just crushing it in school, getting homework done on time. And his depth perception has just made huge leaps and bounds. So sports is going way better. And just, it seems like you wouldn't recognize the person from today from when they started 10 months ago.
Hi, I am Dr. Olivia Brown. I am one of the optometrists here and the clinical director at CVD. I have a patient that I've been working with for almost a year now. She started here in February, and her story has really stuck out to me. She's an adult patient. She came here wanting to improve her work life and her social life. She has a pretty significant eye turn outward that was not only impacting her depth perception to do her job appropriately, but it was also affecting her socially when she was trying really hard to keep her eyes lined up in social settings. It was causing a lot of strain and fatigue, something that was really bothersome to her. So when I first saw her, she was able to line her eyes up occasionally, but she could hold it for about 3 seconds, and then one of her eyes would turn. It was just too fatiguing for her to maintain it. As of one of her most recent vision therapy sessions, she has been holding her eyes lined up for 90 minutes now, which is a remarkable achievement. And not only that, but when she started, she had absolutely no depth perception. And now she is starting to have some depth perception. She told me how she went outside and was able to see the depth of the clouds. It was one of the coolest things she's ever seen. So I've been thinking of her a lot. I'm really excited for her and all of her success, and it's just the beginning.
Hi, my name is Mitzi. I'm one of the vision therapists here in the Austin Clinic, and I love working here. I think my favorite part about this is being able to help children, but also adults. But in particular, I do want to talk to you about a 6-year-old that I worked with for a couple of months, and he came a long ways. He came first with blurriness. He was getting car sick, sometimes had double vision, and had a very difficult time with reading. And mom was very frustrated and wanted to help her son. And as a mother, I understood her wanting to help her son. And so through the program, it was challenging because as a 6-year-old, having to come from school and then coming here was tiresome sometimes. However, I really loved incorporating movement and doing a variety of different activities to help him be engaged and complete the program. And so by the end, he had so much more confidence, and he was able to read more. He was able to engage in, he loved baseball, so he actually improved in that area as well in sports. So it was just I love being part of that journey and being able to help him, but also seeing his mom with this change. And so that's it.
Hi, I'm Tracy. I'm the office manager here at the Center for Vision Development. I just celebrated my 13th year in working with CVD. And so through the years, I've seen a lot of patients come through our practice whose lives have been made so much better by virtue of participating in our program. Thinking about one in particular patient this year whose success I'd like to share. We have a patient who was a teacher and came to us after having a brain injury. And the thing about having these vision problems is that, there's an emotional impact. There's just so many things that are influenced by the limitations that you're now facing as a result of these vision problems. And I did her first new patient phone call, and I remember her crying on the phone and telling me how small her world had become. She couldn't work anymore. So she was no longer at her job. She couldn't go to the grocery store because she was so overstimulated that she couldn't function. She had light sensitivity. She had auditory sensitivity. When she would come into the office, we'd have to turn the lights off and turn off the music at the front desk. She just was really feeling hopeless when she came to us. And there was one day in particular, I'm behind the scenes now more so than before, but she sought me out in the office because she was so excited to tell me that she was able to go to the grocery store with her husband for the first time, and how much that meant to her, because it might seem like something small, but for her it was huge because it was the first time in a year that she had been able to do that. And it just gave her so much hope to know that she was on the path to healing as a result of the therapy that she received from us. And so that's a really big win.
Hi, my name is Sophie Guzman, and I am one of the vision therapists here at the Austin Clinic, and I also manage the Syntonix program here. This year, we've seen a lot of growth, and I am so proud of the office because I think as a whole, we have helped a lot of families rise and build up both their vision skills, but also their quality of life. Something new that I've learned this year is the true power of growth mindset. We really need to approach things with a growth mindset because some days are truly better than others, and life is a roller coaster. That said, a lot of our kiddos are learning that for the first time. And in our Vision Therapy office, we like to challenge them while encouraging them and building up their confidence. A recent example, not only have I felt the personal benefits of vision therapy as a patient, I'm also on the other end of it as a therapist. I personally have overcome 3 concussions over the past 6 years and understand at a personal level the challenges that our patients are experiencing. That said, it is really rewarding to see them overcome their challenges, improve their symptom management, and overall quality of life. We have also been expanding our Syntonix program. The Syntonix light therapy works to balance the autonomic nervous system to better help us take in the challenges of life. More recently, I've seen a lot of growth with a little kiddo who came in. He's 6 years old, and he was having a rough day. Again, some days are better than others. In this moment, he wasn't really ready to start his vision therapy session. The session started off with he was having some tears, a little frustration, pillows were being hit, and we weren't really sure if he was ready for it. Instead of starting with the exercises, we began with the light therapy. The little guy sat in the room for about 10 minutes, and by the end of the session of Syntonix, we'd had some conversations, worked on growth mindset. He was ready to do some exercises. We were so proud to show his mom at the end of the session that he'd color-coded some blocks, stacked them really carefully, and we successfully completed some depth perception exercises. He was so proud, left feeling better than when he came in. Those are some moments that really get me up in the morning and help us really make an impact on their life.
All right. Hi, my name is Josh. I'm one of the vision therapists here at the Center for Vision Development. And after reflecting on this past year, there was one patient who really stood out to me who's made a whole lot of progress. Just some background on this patient. He came in, he's a 6-year-old boy. And when he first came in, his behavior was very poor. He was very frustrated at any of the exercises that we were trying to do together, especially if that activity felt at all difficult. We always had to have mom come back with us so that she could help assist in getting activities done or just keeping him focused as well. It's very distractible, throwing things around the room, and just overall very difficult to get any activities done with him. And I actually just got to see him this past week. And the changes that we've seen over this year have just been absolutely incredible. So now he's extremely polite and patient. He's very excited to come back into the VT room. We're able to get 5 or 6 exercises done, a lot of them being very challenging ones that I think he himself would think that he'd never be able to do. He is also finally able to participate in sports outside of vision therapy, outside of school. Just overall, he's really come to shine. And I think what's excited me the most about that is just his willingness to challenge himself, but also to learn as well. And it's been very, very impactful, not only to see that change, but to know that I also played a part in that change as well for him. And looking forward, we still have a lot of work to do with him, just working on his visual system. But I'm very excited to see how much more change we can make in his life as well.
My name is Ed Robinson. I work at the front desk here at the Center for Vision Development. The question that I chose today is, what do you love most about working with families who come to our center? And being at the front desk, I have a different perspective than the vision therapist here, because I get to speak to the parents as well as the kids to gauge how they're doing. And so with the parents, I get the highs, I get the lows, I get the excitements, I get slight disappointments. And for me, I'm able to discuss it with them and, try to put things at ease. I enjoy doing that because I can see the change that happens once we converse and, make things a little more bearable. Also, in terms of families, my son also comes here. When I started here in December, I didn't really know the full scope of what CVD does or did. And so for me, it was a learning experience. And once I realized that CVD does a lot when it comes to, really helping people out, I thought my son needs to be here. When my son was younger, I started noticing that he was having issues with his handwriting. I saw that while he enjoyed reading, he didn't like reading that much. He'd pick up the book, read a couple pages, then put it down. It was like frustration. And so I took him to various places to try to get him help. It didn't really work. And so I always believe that things happen for a reason. And so with working at CVD, I found that this is the place for my son. And so he's been coming here since March, and almost immediately he started noticing changes in his vision and also how he felt about himself. And I think that's the most important thing that all families take from coming to the Center for Vision Development, is the fact that this is life-changing. This is something that they're going to take with them for the rest of their lives. It's going to make them feel better. It's a quality of life thing. And so for my son specifically, I'm happy for him that he has found a place to be able to get the help that he needs so that he can flourish in his life. And that's also the reason why I enjoy working here so much.
Hi, I'm Silence. I am the Waco Vision Therapist and Office Manager. I have been doing vision therapy for 6 years now. And I wanted to share a little success story about one of my recent patients. I have a college student who started with maybe about a year and a half ago, I think. Whenever she first came in, her sister was having to drive her to her appointments. She could not drive herself. Traffic was super overwhelming, no good peripheral vision, poor depth perception. also very, very symptomatic after her session. So it would be unsafe for her to even drive home. She would be wobbly, just trying to stand in one place and read a chart, difficult studying, very symptomatic, nauseous, dizziness, fatigue with all schoolwork. But this year, she has actually been driving herself to vision therapy, and she doesn't look like she's gonna fall over whenever she walks into my office. We can do a lot of more challenging exercises. She has really great depth perception. Her peripheral vision is improving. I want to say that just the walking aspect and her feeling like she knows where her body is in space has been the most improvement. I've never seen anything like this. Just thinking back to whenever she first started, if I would have tapped her on the shoulder when she was standing up, she would have fallen over. And now I have her avoiding obstacles in the VT room, walking around using her peripheral vision. And I think that is the greatest thing. What is something new that I learned this year? I would say that I expanded my experience and expertise in brain injuries this year. I had an influx in post-concussion, car accident patients, and I really had to do a deep dive and get really creative with all of them to come up with the perfect treatment plan. So that is the most the biggest learning experience that I've had this year with just kind of a total new set of patients at the Waco Clinic.
Okay, my name is Jenna Arnold. I am the patient care coordinator as well as the virtual vision therapist. And first, I want to talk about what I am most proud of accomplishing as a team in 2024. So we all really made it a point this year to carve out time to meet together and discuss what our missions and goals are. What we found is that we all have completely united hearts and desires. We discussed our mission for our focus to be completely on helping patients and their families feel they have come to a safe place and to walk alongside them in their visual journeys. This is a practice that is full of love and compassion, and we hope that all patients get that feeling from the beginning to the very end. It is rare to find a place like this where every individual worker approaches every day with the intent to put their all into others, whether that's another employee that we can help out or a patient. I can honestly say these are the most selfless and genuine people I've ever met, and I am so proud to have them as a team. So this is a patient I started working with about 1.5 years in her 40s. And when she came to me, she just became physically ill multiple times through a session. She was always feeling nauseous, and it was just so challenging to even get through a full 50 minutes of our session. I tried to always be encouraging, and as the virtual vision therapist, that's really hard for me to not be there in person to comfort her and just be there right alongside her. But I tried to just keep giving her encouraging words, and we took things slow. We made sure to be able to change up the therapy to fit with her everyday life so I could help her to get more in every day by having it meet with what things she does in her everyday activities and routines. Over time, we started to find that, wow, she maybe would only get ill a couple times, and it just kept decreasing and decreasing. And I can now say that we get through entire sessions with barely even any nausea at all. And she's doing fully loaded activities where she's able to move and do eye teaming. And I'm just so proud of where she's come and how it's impacting her everyday life and ability to start flying and travel easier. And yeah, just fills my heart.
Hi, my name is Haley. I'm the doctor's assistant at the Center for Vision Development. I'm one of the newer team members, but even during my short time here, I'm one of the first people that sees our newer patients in person for the first time. So something that has really made an impact on me during my time here is how the patients oftentimes tell me how seen they feel. And we spend a lot of time with our patients during their first encounter with us, often 2 or 3 hours. And they tell us how seen they feel and how we're kind of a shoulder for them to lean on when they've maybe felt ignored or not listened to in the past. And that's something that really makes what I do so rewarding, and makes me really believe in our mission here at the Center for Vision Development.
Hi, I'm Dr. Denise Smith. I am the founder of the Center for Vision Development, and 2024 has just been a very exciting and special year. One of the reasons is that I started CVD back in 2004, and so this year marked our 20th anniversary. Throughout the year, I've been doing a lot of reflection back on the last 20 years and getting emotional a lot of times, just thinking back to those early days. I really didn't ever imagine that CVD would be where we are 20 years later, and just helping all of the patients that we've been able to help over those 20 years. It's definitely been a roller coaster, as an understatement, but so worth it and only getting better and better. Back in 2004, I had a little mantra that kind of kept me going, and it was from the movie Field of Dreams. If you build it, they will come. And they came, and they're coming, and they're still coming. And it has just enabled me and my team to transform so many lives, as you will hear from the various team members with regard to the patient success stories that they have relayed. Looking back to the beginning of 2024, we started the year off with a team retreat. And this was the first time I had ever done anything like this with the team. I really wanted us to get to know each other better, to collaborate, and to get laser focused on what we wanted to accomplish this year. Especially being our 20th year, I knew it was going to be a very exciting and monumental year, at least for me. And I wanted everybody to get on board and be on the same page on how we could accomplish some great things this year. One of the things that really made this year a great year was that we got laser focused on our mission. So CVD's mission has always been to help people, but I really wanted to get more specific so that everyone here, all the team members here would know in any given day, in any given moment, when they're making decisions, does this support our mission? And we collaborated a lot, we brainstormed a lot to really narrow it down to what are we trying to do. And what we came up with is that basically at CVD, we transform lives through vision, service, and love. And that's really what it comes down to. The vision part is the obvious part. We do vision therapy, we do developmental and neuro-optometry. But then really elaborating more on the service and the love part. I have often said to them, we are a service organization that just happens to do vision therapy. Everything that guides us is about serving each other and serving others and serving God. And that's what drives us each day. And a natural part of that is then love. And, I love vision therapy. I love kids. I love helping people. And I love my team. But I needed to know from them, where does that fit in with the team? And they confirmed that's really what drives us. So again, getting laser focused on that mission to transform lives through vision, service, and love. And that's what we do all day, every day. We had a big bash to celebrate our 20th anniversary. We had a big party We had patients coming in all the way back from 2004, which was so heartwarming for me to have, patients from 20 years ago coming to celebrate with us, all the way up to our current patients coming to celebrate with us. Even had some former team members who had moved on to different phases of their life join us for the party. And everyone had such a wonderful time. It was so great getting to visit with everyone. But 2 patients came to mind at that party who were there that just really, again, touched my heart in a special way. One of them is a young lady who literally started at CVD in 2004. She was in 3rd grade at the time. She was referred by a psychologist who specializes in learning-related disorders. And at that time, she was struggling academically and also with attention deficit disorder. She and her mother attended the party. She is now 29 years old and owns her own psychology practice. Her mother voiced to me, we were wondering how she was going to even get through middle school. We could have never imagined that not only would she get through that, get through college, graduate degree, and be where she is today. And the patient herself said, I literally would not be doing what I'm doing today if it wasn't for you. And that's what it's about. Another patient was at the party with both of her parents. This was another young girl. She started vision therapy when she was 7 years old and was struggling academically, diagnosed with dyslexia. And again, her parents just didn't really know what to do. They found CVD. She went through vision therapy, and she is a freshman at UT this year. And again, she came up to me and said, Dr. Smith, I wouldn't be at UT if it wasn't for you and vision therapy and CVD. And her parents are just forever grateful. So these are the kind of life-changing things that we help others accomplish. It's not about us. It's about you. It's about them. We're just there, again, to serve and to help. And 20 years later, that's what we're doing. And that's how we do it. Again, thinking about 2024, one of the things I am most proud of is the team that we currently have and the unity and collaboration that we have been able to build. We've expanded our team this year, and it just keeps getting better and better. I call the team the Visionaries because that's really what they are. It's what we are. We're not just an optometry practice. They're not just employees. If I had one word to describe the Visionaries, I was torn between actually 2 words. For me personally, the word would be blessing. I consider it a true blessing, a godsend, that these people are in my life, personally and professionally. They're all just wonderful people, and I'm truly, truly blessed to have them as a part of my team. As for CVD, the word that I thought of is heart. These people have the biggest hearts. Everything they do is from the heart. As a part of our mission statement, it's the love, but it truly is. Their hearts are as big as Texas. And it shows, and they give, and they give, and they give. And it's not always easy. Most of the time it's not easy because the patients and the families coming in have a lot of challenges that they're facing. And they're vision challenges, but there's also a person attached to those eyes and brain. And so there are emotional challenges as well. And they are just a great support system, and they're a great support system for each other. And I love that about them. Looking forward to 2025, I'm really excited about expanding our services so that they are even more personalized and multifaceted, which I truly believe will help our patients get even better and quicker results. I have started to collaborate and co-manage with a functional neurologist chiropractor who has really helped with our traumatic brain injury patients, our patients who are suffering from dizziness, balance disorders, as well as chronic pain. And I've already started seeing results in the patients that we are working together with, phenomenal results, actually. And so I'm super, super excited to continue expanding in that realm, along with some nutrigenomic genetic testing. Again, we're all about very personalized treatment plans, and you don't get any more personal than your genetics. So again, the focus for next year is expanding our services to become even more personalized, more effective, and I think it's going to be an even better year than 2024, if that's possible. Lastly, I guess I just want to touch a little bit about what really differentiates CVD from other practices, other medical practices. And it does really come back to that mission statement on what drives us, what drives the team, what drives the visionaries. We absolutely love what we do, even the hard stuff. And we love each other. And that's what really allows us to continue through, especially in the hard times. I mean, 2024, we saw a freeze where we, lost power. We had an electrical outage. We had an internet outage. And even through all of these crazy crises that just kind of come up, the team just rallies. They just find solutions. They work together. They find ways to help each other, thinking outside of the box so that we can continue moving forward and giving our patients what they need. And that's really the secret weapon here at CVD. It's the secret sauce. And it's the people who work here. It is the patients and the families who come here because they trust us. And we have to earn that trust to keep the trust. And it's really that collaboration together between us and them that makes all the difference.